Hi everyone, welcome back to another video and another Viva Las VegaStamps design team project. Today I'm going to show you a domino book that I did. And to color the dominoes front and back I used Purple Twilight and Sunshine Yellow. And then I stamped with Memento ink pad the brick background. Now, I know you're supposed to use StazOn when you're doing, like stamping dominoes and stuff, but I don't have the StazOn pad, so I used what I had. Then I stamped on white cardstock the superhero, and I colored him with Prismas, and I fussy cut him out and glued him with glossy accents, and then I covered the whole domino front, and this is the front cover and the back cover with glossy accents. Not only to protect the black Memento ink pad from coming off the domino, but also protecting the alcohol ink because from rubbing off, because it does rub off around the edges of the domino when I did that. So then for the sides I used the heat and stick embossing powder that I have in my stash and the clear embossing powder, and I used that. Use that around the edges, and then I dipped it in this flake stuff that I had in my stash for years and years and never really used it that much, and I decided why not. You can also use Miracle Tape on here and dip that stuff in there. And then after I dipped it, I just burnished it with my fingers, and then when all that was done, I used glossy accents around the sides to protect that, to seal it. Now for the ribbon, I used Nate Art's trim. I used the whole, sorry it's not tied, I used the whole length of the ribbon of this trim, and I cut it in half so I can have two even halves, and I put it in a baggie, and I used I used the Lindy's bottle, but this is actually a diddle spray that once my Lindy's was, a couple of my Lindy's were empty, I dumped the diddle sprays that I have in each spray bottle because it was way too strong to my liking, the color. So once I put the little bottles in here, I just filled the bottle with water so you can dilute the color better, and it works out much nicer. And the purple is not as strong as it was in that little bottle. So I did that, and then I glued each half to each domino, and that's to be tied. As you see, it's not tied because I thought it'd be easier to explain this without trying to untie it and tying it and all that. But I would recommend when you tie this, you to get like a rubber band or a silly band or something to help it keep it closed for when you tie it, so you can get a nice tight in for the book. So what I did was, first I originally wanted to use black cardstock because I had an extra piece of black cardstock when I did the first one, but what I wanted to do wouldn't work on the black, so I went with white Recollections, and I cut it to 2-inch wide strip because I wanted to cut to the 1 7/8, but the paper on my Fiskars cutter kept looking like it was crooked on one end, so I didn't want to fight it, so I cut it at 2. And then I, with my Martha Stewart scoreboard, scored each panel at 7/8. You're supposed to have 10 pieces on a strip, but I got 9, and I don't know how. So anyway, I originally stamped the trees out separately, and I colored them with my Prismas, and then I set them to the side, and then I stamped trees. I don't know if you can see with black memento ink. Everything I stamped with black memento. So I stamped the trees, and then I stamped the 2 houses just for placement, to see where, you know, after I stamp them on a separate piece of paper, so I can know where they go. So and then I stamped the clouds, and then on a separate piece of white cardstock I stamped the trees again, as you can see, and then I stamped the houses again, and I colored them with the prismas, and you can see some of the shiny. I used glossy accents on some parts of the trees and some parts of the houses. If you can see that, there we go. There. But before I attach the trees and the houses to the cardstock, I took the Salty Ocean distressed ink pad and one of those foam things and just color the whole thing with the blue so it can look like a sky. And then I attached the trees with the foam tape. And there you go. And then I attached the houses with Miracle tape. And then I stamped Superman, or the superhero, right here, another one that I had, and colored him with the Prismacolor pencils, and I used Miracle tape to attach him on there. Then I had this saying that in my stamps that for a long time, and when I got one of my grab bags and they had the 2 superheroes in there, I knew I wanted to use the sentiment with these stamps. And it says, all my heroes wear their underwear on the outside. So I stamped that on black memento, and I cut the words apart and put them and glued them with glassy accents throughout the little book here. And then I fold it up and tie it, and that's it to it. So there you go. I'll put all the stamps images that I used in the description below, along with links to Viva Las Vegas Stamps store and Viva Las Vegas Stamps blog. Thanks for watching.